Speaking of changes, if you're ever over by Shands off the S line, you'll notice that Regeneration Park is going through transformations. Once again, I'm hanging out with my man Josh from Native Jackson. Right now we are at Regeneration Park, right off the S line that's next to Shands, right?
Shands Hospital, that's right.
Yeah. So you guys have been out here doing a lot of stuff. You can see some of the stuff going on behind us, but all right, I'll just let you describe it. What's going on here at Regeneration Park?
At Regeneration Park, we got a grant with the Duval Soil and Water Conservation District to help transform this otherwise unused site along the S line, which is part of the Emerald Trail, into a park that's going to teach about different plants and regenerate the soil that's here and also the community in this area.
All right, so let's go with the basics first. So you guys have started out here, you've got mulch, you've got big plans for a park.
Oh, yeah.
What prompted that?
Well, we were, me and a couple of the board members of the Duval Soil and Water Conservation District were kind of just walking this, helping out the Groundworks Jacks people on a project because they're doing some cool stuff on the other side of 95 here. And we were like, wow, look at this awesome space. Let's try and turn it into some type of park to help activate this area. And it's right along the S line. So we were like, what can we do here? So we kind of just like started searching for grants and found one from the USDA that lets, basically it's like an urban type of like transformation for the community. So we decided to apply for the grant, we got it, and we are on phase 1 right now.
Congrats. All right, so phase 1, what does that entail?
Phase 1 is the soil regeneration. So right now we're really focusing on just the soil, and that's why all these wood chips are out here. We're adding organic matter up, and all these wood chips are gonna break down, turn into soil, and you can see maybe a little bit of these green patches, and that is a cover crop coming in. And cover crops help create roots in the ground, and they help improve the soil life, and they give microorganisms things to munch on, and they also add nitrogen into the soil when they are terminated, when they die because this is a winter cover crop. When they die for summer because it gets too hot, all the roots that are in there will decompose, and a lot of these plants like the Austrian winter pea and the clover all have nitrogen fixing nodules that attach to the roots straight from the air. They're like bringing in nitrogen from the air and attaching it to the roots, and when they die, that releases and acts like a slow release fertilizer for the soil.
All right, so that goes back to what you're really about when it comes to doing things from an eco-friendly standpoint, is like how you can make your grass and soil work for you, instead of coming through and just doing this whole big demolition, spending a ton of money.
Right.
And that's actually very smart. So after you guys get done, you can kind of walk away, and other than some occasional mowing, it should kind of take care of itself.
Absolutely. And we're actually gonna, when we actually have the phase 3 going on, which is the final planting, we're actually gonna have a perennial ground cover out here that's gonna always be adding nitrogen into the soil, and we'll only have to mow it 4 times a year, not much at all. And that is gonna keep roots in the ground, it's gonna keep it green and beautiful, and then it's also gonna, every time we mow it, it adds that nitrogen release into the soil, adding nutrients for the plants to access.
That is why I'm talking, I'm mind blown, because that's a whole lot of scientific that is beyond my mental. But I like where you're coming from with a lot of the subjects that you're bringing to us. So we're going to be talking more. But in the meantime, if people want to connect with you, where would they go?
Native Jacks 904 on my Instagram. That's the best place to find me. And my website is nativejacks.com.
Now, if you'd like to be interested in connecting with Josh, he has a pollinator workshop coming up on March 19th from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Breakfast will be included. And he's also at the Home and Patio Show all weekend. Again, you can find him online at nativejacks.com. Mark?